I just pour something in my cup. Hey man, this is comedian Roy Anthony, and my agents, producers, and everybody's like, man, can we get you to sit down and do a video without just spinning around, lights glaring and everything? I was like, man, that's just my hypeness. But when it comes to making that money, um, as long as I ain't doing the ungodly situations, you understand me. But I said I was gonna sit down here and I'm gonna give for once a concentration, a true concentration. Don't think that I'm gonna stop spinning around and talking stuff with the homies and everything. But once again, this is comedian Roy Anthony, and I'm promoting out the concert, which is February the 29th at La Jolla's nightclub. It's 2245 East Flamingo Road off the Strip in Las Vegas, Nevada. Just letting you know that all we've been getting is feedback around the United States and some parts of Mexico and other little countries talking about coming to the show. Now, I'm not, I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm not, Roy Anthony's going to do what it do anyway. Along with my featured act, Megasha Jackson, she's going to bring it. The host, Gifted Ali. Gifted, that's a serious brother right there, coming from Chicago. Found out it's going to be streamed live in other states. How you can be able to obtain it, I do not know that. And stuff is out of my control. I just know that they've been pampering yours truly for all these many years. I've been grinding. Didn't want to be under nobody else's wing, cutting my own way through. A lot of people being like, oh, I would thought you had made it by now. Well, guess what? God has his time for everything. Everybody knew, if you knew me, that I have, movie scripts, TV synopsis. Well, I've been given green light, like I explained yesterday, that they have asked me to do my first movie. They asked me out of the script which one I want to do first, which I want to do Color Scheme, which is more tongue-in-cheek. It's inexpensive because I didn't want to get this overbearing budget that they have offered me and then blow it. I want to make sure that everything was done correctly, and I'm just being honest with everyone. I cannot disclose of the studio. Everybody's going to be surprised. The cameo appearances by major celebrities, they're going to be surprised. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful to God. It's been a long journey. I tell anybody, if you believe in something, do it. You can do it as long as you're doing it right. A lot of people get the scripture wrong. The scripture says the love of money is the root of all evil. And then say having it. And I think the author also left out not having no money can also be a root of evil. You understand me? But when you obtain it by righteously working hard for it, you can obtain anything. Trust me on that. I wouldn't lie to anybody. If you know me, I have taken disappointments, failures. I've had concerts where I want to actually give back to the acts that I've actually opened up shows for. Concerts, I've opened up a concert using East Siders music, Snoop Dogg's music, Dub C's music, and I've always wanted to try to give back. Tried to throw a concert one time, and shoot, man, the owner wasn't ready for it. 4,000 people showed up. Anybody remember that? June the 6th, 2015. But I left over 350K on the streets and everything. Took to humiliation, disappointed. Lord, where do I go from here? And next thing you know, doors start opening up. I want to thank those who stood behind me. If you knew me, came to any of my shows. I started getting more openness with a lot of cats in Burbank, Hollywood, dealing with people in Vegas, Chicago, Miami, Florida, and Orlando, Florida. And I started seeing my whole world opening up. Everything that I was asking the Lord for, he started blessing me. So I'm not trying to be where, I'm just, this Roy's coming out live all of a sudden. That's not that I came out of a shell or anything. It's just that there's a grind in this, and when you can't be everywhere at the same time, and people's like, "Oh, where you at?" I'm out here in these pitching my scripts. That's what I was doing, and finally, I was able to pitch my script. Talked about the finances of what it would make, and I didn't go overboard. I have a good friend in Leon Isaac Kennedy. I know that y'all know that brother came out with the movies Penitentiary, and then we had lunch and really talked over some stuff. And so I just want to be able to break it down. And this concert means a lot because a lot of celebrities, producers, directors are be coming down to the show. A lot of my investors are be coming to the show. And I just, if you know, about it, or you're a fan of Roy Anthony, or you want to really get into a network, you probably want to come down to this concert February the 29th at 2245 East Flamingo Road, La Jolla's nightclub. Doors open at 7, show starting exactly at 8. I'm going to probably go on about 9 o'clock, giving them an hour, 15, 20 minutes. I just released an album called Put Your Hands Down So I Could Pop in Your Mouth. It's 1 out of 5 albums that we have a deal for. The second album is called Lip Splitter. I'm going to be using materials from both those albums. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for my featured act, Megasha Jackson. That woman works hard through Hollywood, through Kansas City. She be doing hair, dyeing hair, and coming up with materials. Our host, Gifted. Then I want to give a shout out. There's some people that sometimes, of course, everybody knows that I always bring up my agent, my main man, Stuart Rosman. That's right, from SFR Enterprise Media. You know what I'm saying? He'd be like, "I'm so proud of Roy." Then I have my homegirl Karen Marine from MDK Radio and International Talent Concepts. Then I like to give a very special shout out to Dr. Margaret Johnson Hurst. She's a pioneer, always praying for the presidents at the White House and generals and world leaders. And she done adopted me as one of the people to pray for. I'm not lying. Don't never turn down prayer. But when certain people pray for you, and they take the time and they pray for president and stuff, I feel like I'm in great company. Even though I love my man Big Hank and Dr. Williams from St. Paul's Holy Baptist Church, in Long Beach. I learned, and God is a spirit. You feel me? And I believe in salvation. That's true. Then I want to give a shout out to my main mentor and stuff. That's right. Everybody should always have somebody you should go to. Mr. James, he's a grand mentor to me. Ray, 71 years old. Most of his life being in Watts, live in Los Angeles. His son is one of my ace coon booms. That's C-Dog. Thought I wasn't going to say you, huh, C? Yeah. Grave Street Watts. I got partners from all over hoods. Because when it comes down to unification, to me, I don't care. I'm like when the Tupac said that. I don't care if you're blood or a cuz, as long as you got a love for a thug. And one of the things we're not going to sell it out, which that terminology I don't even come close to me, so I have no revelations of that. But I also want to give a shout out to the owners of the La Jolla nightclub. I'd like to give a shout out to Andy, who has been working 24/7, 8 days a week and stuff. I'd like to give a shout out to my man Black Lazarus. I can't give more of his what he's filling in with my life, but he knows. And I just want to say that, hey, Black Lash, I got you, bro. You feel me? That's a loved one, fam. And I want to give a shout out to all the participants who has followed me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I have to be repeat. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a Facebook social media type person. I'm actually writing up the scripts and coming up with materials to recite. And I have to be reminded to go on Facebook, to go on these social media sites. I just rather let my work speak for me. I doubt if I'd be one of those ones who um, actually attend parties unless it's under my contract. I'm a person who I'm gonna do my shows. And I'm gonna go straight back to that room and get some rest because I got shows to do. Because after this show I do on the 29th, I'm in Chicago, Miami, New Orleans, and my man Stewart tours around the world. He done asked me to. I've been invited to the Philippines, to Dubai, to Australia. In Australia, I feel like I'm like I guess they don't it's English, and the Philippines. I'm wondering how it will come and go across, but I'm gonna do what it does. You understand? And while we after we shoot the movie, we're gonna be shooting on. We'll be laying down a soundtrack for the movie, as well as we're gonna be getting ready for a major comedy tour. And then it's going to be back to our second project because I've been asking personally to everybody. I've been asking for a 5 motion picture deal. That's right. When I told you I have the mini scripts, we have some nice scripts, but we're going to start with color scheme. We're not going to put the cart before the horse. We're going to take our time. And I just wanted to let my man know, Big Hank, they got our radio spot. We're about to change it up. We're gonna be coming from Long Beach, y'all. Y'all gonna be looking forward to that. The Roy Anthony Show with co-host Big Hank, him, Greenleaf, the Grimies, all the brothers in the productions of the videos there, and they know who they are. Much love and respect to you and your families. I always pray for all of them. Please pray for me and my kids and stuff because man. Them jokers flipped from when they went from 8 and 10 years old to now they 15 and 12 with attitudes and stuff. When you gonna release the next album? Rubbing their hands together. I need a car when I'm 16. You know, and stuff. But I'm honored and grateful to God that I'm here. I'm thankful for all the different ones who has gotten behind me, who has actually pushed me on. Times when I want to quit, and like my mother would tell me, only a loser quits before victory. There is no type of time limit when you're into this game. You look at other comics and filmmakers and everything, you be like, man, what's up with me? But that's their time. This is my time. And my time is just starting. Even though I've put in some years, some heartaches, um, I was just telling somebody the other day, one of the hardest parts of stand-up comedy was when I would do a killer set in Hollywood, killing it, to come back home with the same feeling I had when I left. You be wishing somebody signed you to a contract. You be wishing that somebody out there in the crowd want to put you on a tour, and you back at home eating Raisin Brands, watching old ass cartoons on YouTube, and you get all the feedback, and you got this and that, and you want to just be known, and you hoping your time come. And I'm grateful that God let me be able to stay in Hollywood, work in Hollywood like I did without doing a Midnight Train to Georgia song, and then times I was homeless and hungry and uh, looked down upon and everything, and next thing Ephesians 3:20 kicks in, to whom can give you exceedingly abundantly more you can ask or think from the power inside of you. So if I never be more serious again, if everything else I say is all goofy and I'm all wild with it, like I have no care in the world, trust me that sometimes it's like a Smokey Robinson song. It's the tears of a clown. But While I'm doing that, though, I'm going to be laughing all the way to the bank. You feel me, Kendrick Lamar? I hear you on that one. Ha, 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 all the way to the counter. All right, man, I'm Roy Anthony. God bless, man.